Now it's time to see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
What an incredible Cinderella story, this unknown. Oh, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here.
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is James Clemens girls basketball coach Monica Maxwell, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Kent, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're live. That's what we are. This is the first show of the year, and I'm knowing there's going to be some gremlins come out in the show every now. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be just right, smooth.
You're a professional, Tom. So,
I'm not professional.
Yeah, you are, Dave. You're a professional.
I had to bush hog this week, so I've got a little bit of that Oak Ridge Boys bass singer.
Got that hay down your throat.
I got that hay and dirt. Those, one thing we didn't have when we was kids, we had bumblebees in the clover, but we didn't have fire ants. And now fire ant mounds grow in the field at 6 inches tall, and you hit them with a bush hog.
I would live for that. I hate fire ant as much as anything that God has ever created.
Yeah,
and I would live for that. Oh, there's a big one there. I'm going out of my way to run over you. I hope y'all suffer and die. Tell your friends I'm coming at.
The problem is they're so big that unless you jank that tractor up about 1,800 RPMs, it bogs it down. Yeah.
But then and if you do hit them, then the ants fly everywhere, and some of them come up on you.
Can come up.
They can, but they got to go pretty high to get me on that tractor.
I like burning them.
Yeah. I've got some stuff. I just spray and kill some fire.
I like to watch them suffer. Putting the powder on there ain't no fun.
No.
I want to see them.
I tell you what I did do. I got stung last month and then got stung again. And I looked down, and there was a lot of whatever was stinging me was coming out of the ground. I'm like, cotton picking yellow jackets.
Oh, no. Yep, that's happened to me once before.
Coach Mayhem has just walked in the building. They that night put me about a 3/4 of a Coke bottle full of gasoline, found the hole, and they died of gas asphyxiation.
Good for them.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Applebee's Tailgate Talk here, not bees and fire ants. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us. Happy birthday, Coach. Visit us online.
That's been over, man. I won't talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it no more? Well, yeah, 55 now? 54?
54.
54, all right.
Blessed to be here, man.
Absolutely. We're blessed to have you. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nomination for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus.
Are you just trying to get my phone to...
I was trying to see if I could get your phone kicked on there.
No,
it didn't work, sorry. Call or text us during the show at area code 256-8121-TGT. That's area code 256-812-1848. And once again this year, ladies and gentlemen, our call-in guests come via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Congratulations, Lee Hodges, son of Jeff Hodges. Absolutely.
Congratulations, man.
The special guest segment is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing, which is growing and growing, and my wife is still working there. So for all your roofing needs, call Yellowhammer Roofing.
But she's not one of those that gets up on the roof. So.
No. No. Even the salesman don't get up on the roof.
She's the one that climbs the ladder and brings the shingles up to the guy.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Two
at a time.
2 square at a time, man.
They got a machine that does that now. How about that? You know them guys? What a job.
Yeah.
Well, the way the roofs are shaped now, you just about have to have a
I know, right?
machine.
I didn't realize I'd came to see Tom had joined the Bruce Pearl staff for the Maui invitation.
How you like that, brother? Well, if you read that book, you'll see that Coach Borges, that's what he wore, was Hawaiian shirts, and he cussed a lot. That's what his main faults when he coached at Auburn. I love Coach Borges. So I'm all Applebee's up. I'm all Applebee Tailgate Talked up this morning. Amped. I'm excited for the year and looking forward to high school football, Coach.
Next weekend.
Next week,
Elkmont Tanner play.
Elkmont Tanner at Tanner, right?
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Rip Swanner Stadium.
All right. Well, speaking of, let's talk about what we've got coming on the show today. We have, for all you soccer fans out there, which is my stepson, and Todd is definitely a huge soccer fan.
Beanie Hargrove.
Beanie's, huge soccer fan. And my wife has been to a game. And but the managing director of the Huntsville City Football Club.
Awesome.
That's for those of you who do not understand what HCFC stands for when you see it on television. Huntsville City Football Club, right? I think that's correct. Either way, if it's not.
No, that's correct.
Is that correct? Chad Emerson, the managing director, will be joining us live here in Applebee. So if you want to know more about the football club, listen to the show, or just come down here and join us at one of these empty tables. And that's right. Coach Chad McGehee, the head football coach of James Clemens Jets, will be joining us. Alex, and I'm glad you said his name before. Because I can pronounce
not from Stroh's.
No, not Alex, not that Stroh's.
Golly.
Him or Spuds McKenzie, either one. No, they're not here. Now, the only reason you got that is from, was it Funky Cole Medina?
Right.
Alex from Stroh's. I love you, Coach. You're always good for a singer.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let's do it.
Alex Dizon,
a certain age.
Lindsay Lane volleyball coach, will be joining us. We'll have Josh Caray, voice of the Trash Pandas, will be joining us today. AP Steadham, the Swami of the SEC, and not like we don't have anything to talk about in the SEC football ranks.
Even outside with the Pac-12 disintegrating before everybody.
Exactly. Right.
Amazing.
And head coach of Athens High football, Cody Gross, will be joining us. Lots of things to talk about with Coach Gross. So, having said all of that, let's toss it over to producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert for
Scores and more.
All right, no scores, but we do have more. Brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. I know somebody you can't visit on Facebook currently, but
I was going to let you bring that up and discuss it.
I don't know what the deal is with it, but I'll get back to it after this.
Cuss it and discuss it.
The only thing, congratulations, though, to James Clemens, Nate Jennings, and Athens High's Jay Sean Ridgel. They both committed to South Alabama for football.
Nice. South's got a good program. It's a great campus, what I've heard.
Rob Ezel.
Is he coaching down there? Mm-hmm. Head coach?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know.
No.
Okay.
He's a tight ends coach.
Tight ends coach, okay. Great
and what
impression.
A great place to go to school, right there by the beach.
Yep. Great impression of Coach Saban. You never seen Coach Ezel's?
He did a great job of that.
I'm sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
That's okay.
Back
that's
to you,
all I had.
Oh, was that it? Oh, okay.
As far as
more.
Scores and more, that was my more. But
okay.
Yeah, as far as the Facebook thing, I have no idea what that's all about.
It didn't take much nowadays.
I don't either, dude. I mean, it's not like you're...
Well, when I went back and checked, it says, you have no violations. Hooray. And I'm like, well, then
somebody
why am I off?
Somebody hijacked you, dude. That's what's happened.
Maybe.
Somebody hijacked you, trying to get you all of your
at least
money
it's
that you're making off this show.
Maybe it's, I think a lot of folks have been put in jail for a lot worse than whatever I did.
Trying to get your bank account.
Is that going to affect our pay?
No.
That's not going to affect our play at all, Coach. Todd.
Okay, we'll get it
out. No, that's...
Too bad Zach's not here to fight for Tim on getting that back. Can't believe it, dude. Tim ain't done nothing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You guys been keeping up with the buzz that is the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Every day on the NFL Network is something different about that guy.
Oh, I know.
I think it's going to be a huge turnaround for him. And
what's the download, dude? Don't keep us waiting.
If you look, they bought him everybody he wants. I saw this morning where Bakhtiari, who is a great left tackle in the NFL, David Bakhtiari, that plays with Tim's Green Bay Packers for years, is fixing to sign with them.
Yep.
He's got Randall Cobb. He's got the kid from Ohio State, which is a monster, Miko Hardeman. They get him every weapon he wants, plus a pretty good running back. I just think they're going to be better.
And if they end up going, maybe winning the conference or whatever, they probably need to send Green Bay a little bit of extra money for providing, the staff to do it.
Well, I don't blame him. He's old.
He's old.
He's an old man.
Good,
if you're going to go, you better have a freaking offensive line that can protect you instead of send you into senior citizenship maimed and
no doubt. I guess you guys knew about the Hall of Fame. Did y'all watch that Thursday night? The Hall of Fame, Cleveland Browns.
I watched it.
It was a good game.
Really?
I just like watching it because of the guys going in the Hall of Fame, NFL. Two of my favorite guys, Joe Thomas, offensive tackle from the Cleveland Browns, one of the best to ever play it. They get offensive linemen don't get a lot of recognition, but Joe Thomas, still on the NFL Network, is a monster. And how about Zach Thomas, the linebacker from the Dolphins? Jimmy Johnson drafted him, and he's 5'11". So that just gives, I get so tickled at college coaches telling kids that we're not looking for you. We need you to be 6'1", 6'2". And then you got Sam Mills and Zach Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys in the Hall of Fame that are under 5 foot.
Under 6 foot.
Playing football. It's about playing football. It's really not how big you are.
That's the truth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a wonderful first segment. We've talked everything from fire ants to football coaches.
To the Maui
Invitational. Congratulations, Lee Hodges. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, this is Garrett McIntyre, former wide receiver for the Auburn Tigers, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got our first guest of the year, and rightly so, on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, our Swami of the SEC, Mr. A.P. Steadham. A.P., welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be back on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Well, we're glad you made it to media days and back home safe, brother, because I just want to tell you how much we appreciated you coming joining us for supper that Sunday night. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. Really enjoyed meeting everybody, and we had a good conversation that night. And then I went up to Nashville the next day, and the sizzling, sensational summit of the SEC was on.
Dude, that is a...
well, I'm sure it was all downhill after getting to meet us.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, hey, listen, before we get into the SEC news, which is obviously tons of, I just want to get your thoughts on the Pac-12 dissolving right in front of our eyes. And
oh my gosh, yeah, it's like melting like the Wicked Witch of the West, right? I'm melting. I mean,
is this going to be, because I just don't think, I don't know, we haven't really talked about it off air, but I don't know what y'all guys think.
Yeah.
I just ultimately, I don't know if this is going to be a good thing for football in general, basketball, either one. When it's all said and done.
Yeah, you think about the fans and the trips that they're going to have to make to across the country, and it takes forever. I mean, you just can't let's say you can't fly out that morning, let's say, if there's a night game. I mean, you've got to leave Friday, Thursday, something like that to get to some of these outback places. Yep. So it's a change for their fans, the alumni, and the traditions and the rivalries, those just disappeared. It's just something new. But we know change is inevitable. That's a part of life. But who knew?
I just thought the Pac-12 would be part of that change, though. You know, they always talk about the Big Five or whatever, and them obviously being in that five now. They're not even going to be in the two. They're talking about all these Mountain West teams possibly joining. Well, it's like, I think I heard this morning, $32 million a school, y'all, for them to come into. Pac-12 would have to give these other schools $32 million a pop to join them.
Wow.
Well, they're not, you know, they don't have that kind of money laying around to give 10 schools $32 million, you know.
think the SEC's full now too.
Yeah. Well,
the SEC. I think the SEC's probably got their eye on North Carolina and maybe who else? Clemson, Florida State, Virginia Tech.
Florida State is being talked about a lot. I think not by SEC per se, but Florida State.
I'm good. I'm good. We got enough. Mm-hmm. We need to get rid of a couple.
Well,
really, which one do you think? Which ones do you think?
Would I get rid of, AP?
Correct, yes.
Well, since they don't have softball, which is one of my favorite sports, and they're not any good in anything except baseball, let's get rid of Vandy.
Yeah, I knew where you was going with that.
Ooh, I thought you were going to pound that way on them there.
We got to have one intellectual school. We got to have one Stanford type school.
All right. Well, my other school is Missouri.
Yeah, I see no need. I didn't even want them to get. I just never got that. Never understood it.
You know who loves Missouri is Arkansas. I mean, Sam Pittman, he loves that rivalry. I think he's from. Isn't he from Kansas? I think it's Big Sam.
They can all go back to the Big
likes
12
that rivalry.
or Big 8 at the time.
Yeah, if he's from Kansas, that goes back to pre-Civil War. They just didn't like each other.
Right. Yeah. He really mentions that team when you talk to him about the scheduling.
Yeah. It's called the Southeast Conference.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Virginia's not Southeast, nor is Missouri.
Texas ain't Southeast.
That's right. I didn't want them in anyway.
Oklahoma. We're getting into the W there.
That's right.
The W there, yeah. So, but no, it's crazy. I don't know what's going to happen, but I guess I didn't anticipate it so fast.
No.
I thought it was the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Here it is, 2024.
Yeah.
And you figure the Pac-12 would have, maybe they were always talking about one of the 4 super conferences. So now it might be, what do you think?
3.
Maybe it still is the 3, 4. I don't know. ACC, what do they do? I don't know. Big 12, they got some good teams now. That's a pretty good conference.
Like all these, and football is one thing, but then you got basketball, right? And you got all these smaller conferences, and you got all these mid-majors. So year in, year out are really good. Your Gonzagas of the world, those type teams, Butler, year in, year out, decent, whatever. Yeah. But that's going to be interesting to see how, these huge conferences affect in-play or invites to the tournament, at the end of the basketball season. So I don't know.
Right. And what about the playoff next year?
Yeah.
This is going to get really interesting.
Okay, refreshes for those who it slipped our mind. The top 12 next year is going in the
12, right?
Yes.
Top 12.
And then obviously conference champions are going to be in. So say about 4 or 5 years from now, when you've got all these 3 or 4, conferences, you're only going to have 4 conference probably winners that go in at the end of the day. So that's going to leave you 8 open spots.
Open that large spots, yes.
I don't know, man.
Do it like they do high school postseason. Let the second place team.
Yeah, and then nothing's going to change, right? It's going to be like the one team, the 13th, the 14th team that was left out. It's just going to be crying and moaning, just like the 5th team is now. Yeah. And then the sub-A's going to go, let's go to 20. Why not? I mean,
right.
If you got the money, just pay us.
Yeah. So when you have those 4 conference teams that will receive the automatic berth, then you were trying to get those other teams a chance. Well, they have the chance now. I don't know.
Hey, who knows?
I mean, you could ultimately say the 4th best team in the SEC is much better than the 2nd best team in another conference. Not year in, year out, every year, but, there are going to be occasions.
Yeah. And I think
maybe not the SEC. Maybe the Big Ten's got the 3 best or 4 best teams,
Right.
But I think that all of those who were preaching the mid-majors could be playing as good probably got a little egg on their face after that TCU-Georgia game last year.
Well, in football, yes.
In football. No, we're talking. I'm thinking football, not basketball or baseball.
I hope the committee learned about TCU in the mid. Yeah, I hope they learned. Because, of course, they had no business being there.
And they got through Ohio State. Wasn't it Ohio State they got through to get there? Michigan to get there, yeah.
Well, that's
Michigan.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they beat a good Michigan team.
Yeah.
A team that had beaten Ohio State in Columbus by 3 touchdowns, Georgia barely escaped. So, like I always tell people, can you explain those 3 games to me? I can't.
And it is.
I can't.
So, it is mind-boggling. But at the same time, I've always said that you put Michigan, Ohio State, put those teams in the SEC every year. They're not any more special than anybody else in the SEC.
Georgia had a game plan, and they just ran the football down their throats.
Because they could.
And that's what that Ohio State and Michigan couldn't do. They had to mix it up And they just TCU couldn't stop them. I mean, God,
it was like men against boys.
It was.
I don't know who could have beaten Georgia that night.
Yeah,
no, you're right. You're right. We've all seen teams like that.
Yeah, they had a night.
And see, I have to give TCU credit. They put 50 on Michigan, and in their history of their program, think how many times people have scored 50 against Michigan. Mm-hmm. How many times does that happen? Not too often. I don't think.
Yeah. Speaking of Michigan, real quick, what do you think about the suspension that? Well, whatever his name is, coach got.
What's he going to get?
Is it 4 games? 4, I believe. Yeah, 3 for sure,
games, right?
Maybe 4. But they showed the schedule, and it was all like Akron and I don't know. It was teams like that. It wasn't against anybody.
That's going to be a tough game against the Zip. So we're going to hate our coach can't be there.
Hate Harbaugh can't be there for the Zip game. But.
Right. They might play harder for the assistant, thinking everybody believes that we're going to possibly stumble through that game. So maybe they're saying, let's and when I say play harder, I mean maybe it's subconsciously, not consciously. But you want to be respectful to the assistant and keep your winning streak and be alive for the playoffs and those types of things. So I think they'll be fine. But I mean, he's suspended. I mean, he's paying the consequences if they found him in violation.
And really, in his defense, he didn't do anything that now it's legal to do pretty much across the board with NIL and everything else going on.
Right, yeah. So I don't know, but I'm just this college football. I'm just concerned with the fact that I keep thinking about UCLA at Rutgers at noon on the East.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
Something like that.
Yeah, same conference.
That might make a pretty good basketball game.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's the thing. The money involved, football, it's just you swap from one year to the other. Basketball, you're having to travel back and forth multiple times a year, depending on where the conference is at or the conference championship's at. It's going to get expensive with softball, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, rugby.
Women's golf, men's tennis, and all those things. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible, the amount of flight time that you're going to have for these programs. And to miss school, that you're going to miss the classroom.
I think all this flux that we're talking about, all these new conference changes, all this, we just talked for 15 minutes about the expansion into 12-team playoffs is all because we're sick of Georgia and Alabama winning it every year.
I agree.
So let's do what we can to put the SEC out.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do, but it's not going to work.
What do you think NIL is all about?
I know, man. It's not going to work.
I think they're opening the door to keep us secure, to be honest.
It's not going to work, man. SEC's still going to run the show.
Well, SEC's still going to run the show, but NIL will open the door for teams like Auburn, Texas, Oklahoma, those guys that's got money that can legally do it now, I guess, through their own, their whatever.
Through the collectives,
yes, that's what exactly.
Yeah, I still think, I always tell people, you can only take 25. That's it. And when Texas, all these years, Texas was selecting players that didn't do very well.
Yeah.
Because it's on them, right? It's always who shall get the money. Now that's what it is. Who shall get the money? But it's always when you're in that position of power and everybody's coming to you, then it's all on you. Are you making the right decision? And we've seen that a school like Texas, I mean, there's no way Alabama should have more championships than Texas. No way, no how.
But not with all the resources.
Because they have the leadership at the top. They selected well at the top. Yeah. They got fortunate with Coach Saban. They had Stallings in there, revive them for that 1 year.
Yep.
There was, that little gap, how many years it was from 1979 to 92. And then, but you think Notre Dame, right? Greatest name in college football until Alabama came along now and really made them second fiddle, I believe. I always would say Alabama's the Notre Dame of the South, but I think Notre Dame is the Alabama of the North.
Yeah.
It's kind of reversed now because Notre Dame has not had a title since 1988. Think about that now.
Wow. But we still talk about them like they're somebody.
And the only difference is if Alabama played Syracuse and won by 40, they'd go, man, Alabama's got some work to do. Notre Dame plays Syracuse and wins by 1. What a great effort to win at the end of the game.
Pulled it
Fighting Irish.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
So the SEC, with Alabama and Georgia, and you had Florida winning the title, Auburn winning the title, LSU winning the title.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weighted in one direction.
That is weighted
to the southeast, right?
Yes.
So it's skewed to the southeast. They believe in their football. They want to be successful. The fan base won't allow anything but to be very successful. So it's important to them. These other teams, they might sneak in a championship here once in a while, we'll see. But the SEC is always going to be very competitive. You have the transition from people moving south to the warmer weather, more players. They have the programs are bigger and better. And it's just not. And now Alabama, all these teams, Georgia, LSU, they've been recruiting nationally for quite a while.
Yeah, that's
true.
Which
wasn't happening in the past, right? Not only are they getting the players in the southeast, but they're cherry picking across the entire country, 50 states.
Yep. Well, AP, buddy, I'd love to talk some Alabama Auburn, but we just need another week of fall camp before we can start really hashing and getting into it. So we'll talk to you next week about Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, anything else you want to talk about on
yeah.
So before you go, tell us about As We See It, how we can take care of that.
Yeah, AP and Kelly, As We See It this week, I just was on by myself. I had a lot to say, so we discussed the SEC schedule, so many pretty interesting games, and then we went over some of the preseason watch lists for the major awards that have been announced. There's a few more coming up, but that's what we do. We're going to get a real special show. I'll tell you about it down the road, but I always want to let people know I will be at the Auburn versus California game. That's the game I'm covering that day.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
First time ever for those two schools. Yep.
Yeah. Enjoy that trip, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thank you now.
Thank you,
Bye-bye
AP.
now.
Take care.
Hey, off to Cali. AP, the state will never be the same.
California.
That's right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's Tailgate Talk? Go online to tailgatetalk.net and hear the archives. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Takes a snap. He's rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He's looking in the end zone. Throws a jump ball. It's complete. Touchdown, Golden Eagles.
Join us this coming season for Athens High School football. Greg Young will bring you all the exciting play-by-play online at WKAC1080.com or on your WKAC Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device by saying Play WKAC Sports. Listen for the radio replays Saturdays at noon and check out the archives on the WKAC Sports page. Golden Eagle football from 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is head coach Chris Bunio from Elkmont, and this is Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, welcome back to Saturday morning. Welcome back to Saturday morning, everyone.
Saturday morning.
I saw the name on our next guest, and I just got plumb flabbergasted and couldn't speak. Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We've got Chad McGehee, the head coach of the James Clemens Jets. Coach, welcome to the show, man. I saw your name on the phone and just lost it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happens. So,
you mesmerize us, man.
I know, right? We just do.
But I appreciate you guys having me on this morning.
Man, appreciate you joining us. We had the media days last week, I think it was, for Limestone County, but this first time we've been able to speak with you. So, well, did we speak to him at the Mud Volleyball Tournament?
No.
I didn't think so. So, man, we're just long overdue getting Coach McGehee on the phone.
Yeah, it's been hard to track down, I guess.
Well, I mean, so you're a busy man, got everything going hopefully in the right direction. Have y'all been having good practices? Are you liking what you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, we had spring training, and I think we may have talked earlier this year when we were going through spring, and this is the first year we've done spring, and got good continuity with the staff pretty much, and we did spring training and played a game against Buckhorn. I thought we had a really productive spring. I thought it was really good for us to build on, last year, the tail end where we were playing really better football with, the dozen or so 10th graders that we played last year. And we're bringing back a lot of experience. And so there's been a lot of carryover, and, man, we can't wait to get started this next week with fall camp and get going. We'll have a game in 3 weeks, so it's here.
When is your first game, and where do you play it, Coach?
We're August 25th, and we'll be at Gardendale.
Oh, wow.
Starting it out easy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, well, I went I scheduled Gardendale, Mountain Muscle Shoals as our non-region games last year, and if anybody told me they were going to be all in the top 5, and and I believe quarterfinals, semifinals, and state championship, all 3 of them. So we definitely bulked up the schedule for sure.
So, do you have Bob Jones early this year? Or do y'all
it'll be the same. It'll be the third game of the season.
Yeah. I'm looking at y'all's schedule on y'all's website. I love this, y'all. They've got Gardendale first, Mountain Brook second, obviously 2 tough ones, and then they play the other school.
The other school?
The other high school. I love that. Don't even say their name.
Is that what's on the schedule?
Yeah,
the other high school. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So, I didn't realize it was that early. So, yeah, man, y'all definitely, you're going to know what you have quick, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll find out right out of the gate, but I like where we're at. I think we'll compete well, and again, I can't. Experience takes care of a lot of things, and growth and physical maturity in these kids from 10th to 11th grade, and so I'm really excited to see this group play.
So you usually have a bunch of seniors, but it sounds like most of the experience is in 10th and 11th grade. How many seniors do you have?
We've got 20 seniors on the roster this year. It's just a smaller class. I'm actually on my way to take them. We're going to one of the Huntsville escape rooms right now, so we're going to go see if they can figure out how to get out of one of these things and just have a good time with them today.
So do you have a time for them to get out, and whoever doesn't make it out doesn't have a ride home?
Yeah, that's it. So if they get left, I left a Boston Bud on the smoker, so I got to get out of there. So if they're not out, they're going to get left.
Okay.
So we got a little coaches gathering tonight. They're all going to come over to the house.
Well, that's great, man. Yeah, that's the way to do it there. Get a nice opportunity to bond with everybody.
Yeah.
Just have a little relaxation before it gets going.
Coach McGehee, you talked about replacing some coaches. I knew that Blake left, and Blake Killen left and became the head coach at Lexington. There where he's from. Who have you got new coaching wise, and who you got back as your assistant coaches?
Well, we he's not new. He's kind of old but new to us. Is Coach Todd Carter is join us. Staff coach with John.
Coach, did you have to go to the nursing home to get Todd out? He's in the nursing home, isn't he?
We had to go to Shady Oaks and get him out of the nursing home.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
I think he was bored to death in retirement.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Kids love him, and we're glad to have him coaching football again.
Great guy.
So we brought him on staff, and then we replaced Blake Killen within staff. Moved Laney Rich to the corners, and then we just kind of filled within this year, and we're able to do that. So hired Patrick McGehee from Decatur to coach running backs, and so those are only new faces we have on staff right now.
Yes, sir.
So, what else what do we need to talk about, Tim? I mean, I'm sitting here. We're covering
we talked about seniors but that's not always the guys. Okay,
right, that's what I was going to ask Tim real quick. Is like, so out of those 20 seniors, do you have, how many are going to contribute a lot?
I mean, there'll be quite a few that contribute. Okay. I can't give you a number off the top of my head. I mean, we returned. If you start at the receiver position, Logan Eggert, who, he's a 6'6" target, who's moved down to tight end, which is going to really benefit us with an ability to have the tight end in line and be able to stand him out, flex him out, or put him outside and throw a jump ball up too because of his height. And, he returns 8 touchdowns. So some good production there. And, he's a tight end. We got Luca Fafori, who's played for, 3 years. He's played defense and then moved to offense last year as a junior and played tight end, sniffer back position. And so he returns there. And, another kid that's really come on in that position too is Keon Kula. We're going to have a multitude of tight ends and H-back type guys that we're really excited about from a personnel standpoint. And then, defensively, I mean, you got to talk about the 2 DNs that have offers all over the world now is Jalen Brown and Nathan Jennings, the 2 senior defensive ends who, if we can keep them healthy, I like where we're at up front. And, they've had a whirlwind summer of camps and just trying to sort it out. Nate's committed to South Alabama, and Jalen, we're gonna wait a little bit and see how it goes because he's, the way in the recruiting world now is they offer these kids in 10th and 11th grade, and so your late bloomers kind of miss out. But he's kind of bloomed and picked up a Missouri offer last week and a Houston offer on top of all his group of 5 offers that he has. So we're real excited about them. And then, Mark Woods comes back at safety, and Brody Stinson is another safety. So both of them started last year. Brody will be a 3-year starter for us. Defensively, our kids really understand schematically what we're doing. Jalen Ruffin's played for me at outside linebacker for 3 years, coming back. He's, it's just really good to be able to go into camp and the kids understand what you're doing schematically and why you're doing it and can answer the right questions about why we call this or why we play this certain coverage, and got a really good grasp on the things we're doing. So it makes a big, big difference for us.
We've been talking about seniors. You had a lot of young guys that got experience too. I know some of those underclassmen are being expected.
Got a pretty good long snapper from some of the Facebook posts I saw this off season.
Yeah, he's we got a good long snapper. He works really, really hard at it, and has kind of developed himself and into that. And then junior, you got Ty Marsh, who played a lot more than we probably wanted him to at quarterback last year, but got some great experience at quarterback under his belt. And then we got DJ Williams, another senior man that had an unbelievable spring at running.
Uh-oh. Did we get that digital interference again?
No,
there he is.
Okay, there you go.
Do what?
Oh, we lost you just
dropped
for a
out
second.
For a minute. Yeah.
But I was saying DJ Williams coming back at running back. He's a senior, brings back a lot of experience and really had a good spring. And then so we got a group of about 4 running backs I feel good about. And you got to have that in 7A. You got to have that depth because you can't just ride one back the whole year. And, up front, I really like where we're at. Hunter Headley is a senior offensive lineman coming back, second year starting. And then, then you've got junior across the board that have played all last year. So just really good group. So they're all bought in, I think, and we're just like I said, I'll be excited when the season gets here for sure.
That's awesome. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today, man. We're looking forward to a good season. Great season for James Clemens this year.
Well, I appreciate it. So if you don't hear from me, I might still be stuck in that escape room over here. So.
That's okay. I just let me know your address. I'll come over and take care of that Boston butt you got there.
Okay, y'all handle that, I bet. All right,
Coach. Thank you, man.
Have a good day.
You too, buddy.
Right, bye.
Oh, that's Chad McGehee, head coach of the James Clemens Jets. Great interview. Just say, season is just now getting started, brother. Got a long way to go. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this coming football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Terry Henley, former running back from the Auburn Tigers, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Hey, Coach. How you doing?
Hello.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin. Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We'll save the best for last. Coach Clint Legg, also known as Mayhem in these parts.
That's awesome. I'm a bear.
You're a bear. He slaps that mirror off.
That's awesome. I want to. Before Todd leaves, when I was at East Limestone, we had 3 kids. We had Hayes Solomon took a scholarship to Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And we had
big old boy
Tyler that went up there that last summer.
For Tyler.
Yeah,
he's up there now.
Moore.
Yeah.
And then we had J.D. Broussard, who started out at Austin Peay as a preferred walk-on. Coaching change, Hudspeth leaves, he comes in. So he calls and tells me about a year and a half ago that he's going to go up there to Chattanooga with Hayes, so he has somebody to room with. Well, he goes up there. All last year it was, Coach, I've made it to third string. I don't know if I'm ever get a chance or not. And I was keep on going, man, keep on working. Well, Hayes' knee problems and knee surgeries has sent him into retirement, but they're still paying for it. So Broussard, I called him the other day, and I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm fixing to graduate, Coach. I'm going to law school.
Awesome.
And I said, man, are you just going? He goes, well, I'm going to play. I'm in this year, Coach, but I don't know if I can get it. They've moved me to center, which I think Broussard is smart enough to be a good center. I said, just keep grinding, man. Don't give up on the dream. Maybe they'll see you. Maybe you'll get something someday. That was last week. Thursday night, he calls me on my way home. I forgot where I was, but I was out, and he goes, Coach, I said, what's wrong, JD? Because he don't call me at night unless I'm thinking something's wrong. And he said, well, we started camp today, and I had a good day. I said, good for you, man. And he said, the head coach calls me in his office, though, last night afterwards. I said, uh-oh. He said, yes, sir. I said, what happened? He goes, I'm on full scholarship.
Oh,
nice.
And I told him, I said, man, I told you, working hard. And that's the story, guys, everybody out there that thinks walk-ons can't make it. JD's 6'5", and he's 330. But from where JD was when Coach Pugh first had him at East to what Coach Pugh made him into as a senior and as a monster, along with work from Rod and other guys like that, JD Broussard is a prime example of never giving up.
Put in that work.
I'm so proud of that dude.
Yep.
And they play at UNA September the 2nd.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks for sharing that.
You making a special trip over there on the 2nd?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I had to pull over side of the road. I had one of my senior moments where I just
you cried. I don't blame you. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
So,
you played a big part in that, and he worked hard to do it. Because a lot of kids nowadays don't want to put that work in. They just want to,
want to
be the starter.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't in the weight room, or you weren't, you were last in sprints every time.
That's
Why
right.
should I make you a starter? I don't know, because I'm good.
But JD will make it, man. He'll do. He's made it. I mean, he's where he wants to be.
That's great, man.
That's a great story, man. I was going to share that with you this morning. I don't know why I didn't think about that first thing when I got here. I guess after that big breakfast at Jerry's.
Jerry's, man. You didn't even let me know you was going.
I'm sorry, man.
I'd have
But it's
joined
open
you.
24/7.
I know, right?
Sit at the Liar's table and eat them fried eggs and go to the buffet. Remember that?
I'd have probably joined you for lunch at that Salisbury steak with gravy and mashed potatoes.
It's kind of hard to go there when you got choices around town like Dubs, Nelson Burger.
I love
and your dad's favorite.
Pasquale's.
Brandyburger. Pasquale's. Oh, the pizza is so good.
Northtown.
Cherry. And
people don't understand what we're talking about if you're not plus 50
Sprite,
years
man.
old.
And when you go to Pasquale's, they would take cherry syrup for snow cones and put it in your Sprite. That was before the what's the drink they have there at Sonic? It's kind of cherry limeade. It was like their version of cherry limeade.
Limestone Drug, who is one of our sponsors, by the way, they got their soda fountain. I mean, they've had that for years.
Cherry Sundrops.
I bought Gabe some
Tim Mendham was the
float
greatest
in there. He had his first float in there about a month ago.
Yeah.
Shoot, I remember the days of Burger Chef.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Twin.
The Big Twin.
Twin, baby.
That's right, buddy. Hardee's stole that. I guess Hardee's bought that.
I think it's called Sherman's across the street from First Baptist. It's where Rose is now.
Yeah.
What do you call Sherman's? Remember the train? It was the best.
What was that place? Was it Sherman's?
And it was Lawler's for a while.
Lawler's before that.
Cheers, yeah.
Okay, that was close. Awesome.
Oh, what was that little place that was out in front of the parking lot? Burger something. Wasn't Burger
Kroger,
Chef.
Talking about right there in front of Kroger?
Well, where Hometown is now.
Yeah, that's right. That's where Kroger across the street. I've got many whippings in the parking lot of Kroger,
I don't remember that.
That's where you had to push the buggy uphill for two stories to get.
I told you that you didn't need that, and you want to act like that. Parking lot beat down by my mama. Man, hey,
parking lot beat down.
Man, what a great
this episode with a parking lot beatdown is brought to you by
what a great man. We did
a great childhood.
Had a great. Anytime you needed something, sporting good wise, we'd roll up in Fred
Sington, baby. And I was just telling some other day about how so you go to the movies, right at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Then go next door to a Pizza Hut and get your pizza. Then you go to the arcade.
Good pizza too.
That was great pizza.
With them took them about 40 minutes to make.
Yeah.
It did.
Well, I mean, crap, you go in there. There's no telling how many times, and I hate to admit this, but I mean, you walk in, you wait on your ticket. Hey, man, we got to go. And finally we go. Let's just go. And we walk right out.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the way East
them red, white plaid.
We didn't do. Athens middle school guys didn't roll like those East Limestone guys do, just stealing stuff and leaving. Thugs, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, but you remember the tabletop games in there, man?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Oh, man, that's right.
God, man, the good old days.
And it seemed like it was so much bigger. I guess because we were younger. I don't know. But,
Listen, you can't bring any of this stuff up without talking about Kmart and McDonald's right beside each other, where you could come out, go down to the Kmart, right around, come back, make a little U-turn, and that was your how many lines of traffic?
Oh, yeah, that circuit that everybody made.
Man, we didn't realize how good we had it.
We had it great.
And, of course, you brought up, parking, going to Rose's, right? And then going on the square, I mean, these kids nowadays would lose their minds. If all of a sudden technology was gone and all they had to do was to, just ride around the square or go to Rose's parking lot or Hometown now.
When Mr. Weldon had Jiffy's right there by by the post office, I'd spend the night with Jason and Clay. We'd walk across the street and get a snack pack, guys, which is 2 pieces of chicken, a JoJo potato, and a roll.
That's right, baby.
At midnight.
Well, Ardmore used to line up too down Main Street.
They
sure did.
I mean, they'd be parked on both sides of the road, and then you couldn't hardly get.
This guy out there had some major hot rods up in Ardmore.
Yeah, but y'all, back in the day in the 80s, if you're from Clemens or East or Tanner, you didn't ride to Ardmore. They want to fight you.
Yeah, they want to fight.
No,
there was going to be a fight.
Friends. Not everybody's friends. Facebook's made us all friends.
Yeah.
Them was the good old days. Only people that ever got along was Tanner and Clemens folks. And we
but till you get on the sports.
Try to kill each other, then afterwards, hey, come by.
We'd hang out afterwards.
Yeah, basketball and football were serious.
Oh, it was on.
But,
Hey, did you ever think there'd ever be a day in Athens where I can order something from somewhere and they bring it to you DoorDash? What is that? Go get it.
Let's see it.
DoorDash. Well, hey, you remember Dubs on the Square that Herbie run? Greg gained. I think Greg and I both combined total weight gains probably 95 pounds. 3 cheeseburgers all the way, 2 orders of fries.
And
but
they
at
had
least
the
we
best
walked up
chili,
there,
man. And they quit serving chili years ago, but it was and then of course you got Cream Delight right there with it. They owned it too.
That's right.
That's chili dogs and vanilla milkshakes.
It's still killer, man.
Still good.
I cannot drive by. I get so irritated. I'm like, because I know I have to drive by there for something.
Right.
And then there's 20 dang people in line. I'm like, man, I ain't waiting that long, so I keep on going. But
do y'all remember buying bread across the street? The Sunbeam bread. My mom would go in there.
Yep.
I don't know why we even went in there because we're going to get wheat bread, which is the worst bread in the world to eat.
And you just left the grocery
peanut
store,
butter and jelly
right? You just left the grocery store.
Get some white bread, Mama. No. Your daddy will be mad. So we're eating wheat bread on peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's the worst. It's the worst.
It's the worst, dude.
But you got to drink vitamin D milk. Got to drink that whole milk if you're going to do it. That
Gage, my son,
save it a little bit.
The first time he ever had a peanut butter jelly sandwich was on wheat bread, and being autistic, that's what it just resonated in his mind. So to this day, that's what he still eats, and to this day, I still tell him, Clint, that's the nastiest thing you could ever do.
Hey, he's a man. My daddy would love him.
It goes on white bread. It goes on white bread.
My daddy would love him.
Yeah.
making hamburgers out of the Presto. You remember them Presto things that you squeeze together? The Fry Daddies, Tom?
Yeah,
those things?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, that was the 80s,
Flip
man.
it over, not to get the grease.
Yeah.
We'd get home, man. Can we stop at McDonald's, Daddy? I had a good day of practice. No, your mama will make you.
That was a treat. McDonald's, Burger King. Yeah. We didn't have one back then, but you go to Decatur, treat.
The good old before heat index.
Yeah,
before heat index. Don't get me started on heat index, man. Tell me what the temperature's going to be.
Yeah.
I know it's hot.
Exactly. It's summer in August.
I'm out here.
Summer in Alabama. It's hot.
That's right.
Oh, okay, I got to go. We didn't cross. Wait a minute. Producer extraordinaire is coming back.
He wants to talk about climate change now.
No, but that just got me thinking. We run AP News at the radio station.
Yeah.
Boy, they were on top of it here a couple of weeks ago. They let off their newscast. It's hot. And I'm like, really?
It was hot.
You had to do some research on that one, boy.
Yeah, it's hot.
Hey, speaking of, at my daddy's feed store, Cousin Josh show. We'll listen to Cousin Josh for a while.
Absolutely.
And you remember also back in them days, I used to listen to WZYP every once in a while, or WDRM, and record the song. I wanted on my cassette.
Oh, that's right,
Absolutely.
man.
More than once, man. More than once.
Sister walking in, running her mouth.
You young kids look at us like we're crazy, but man.
That pesky DJ had to talk over
Talk over the greatest intro. I mean, you could be like intro to Jenny 86755, and the DJ's running his mouth right up till Jenny. Like, shut up, man.
This song goes out to Susie and Bob. Shut up. I don't care about them. Play my song.
That's exactly right.
Todd's Mattress Confessions. We're going to start one of them up one night.
Hey, we got it up there.
On the dark web, man.
Rocking into the midnight hour with Todd.
Goodbye.
We got to go take a break and pay some bills. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Shotgun formation, two backs in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to the second man through. Touchdown!
Join us this upcoming season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
This is Chad McGehee, head football coach of James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, our man Todd the Bod. He had to duck out on us, but hey, thanks for coming in and giving us an hour of your time, brother. We appreciate it. And we love you. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, very good guest here. Special guest segment sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing and Mr. Chad Emerson, the managing director of the HCFC. And for all of those who don't understand that, that's Huntsville City Football Club. Chad, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I remember we hadn't even started the last time we talked. So we're halfway through the season now.
Halfway through the first season, you've had home games, weather delays, famous wrestlers showing up. I mean, this next thing you know, going to be dogs and cats living together, mayhem in the streets, man.
There's a Ghostbusters reference.
It is, yeah. Pull it. We roll with the 80s occasionally, early 80s stuff. So.
Oh, man.
So let's talk about the first away games. Just give us a little bit of a timeline up so far through the season.
Yeah, so we had to start the first, I believe, 7 matches on the road because Wick's Family Field at Joe Davis Stadium was still being completed. So that was tough for the boys. Just traveling all the time, getting on planes, but came out of that stronger, obviously, because some of the just the challenges there. And then we have a big old run of home games and won the first opener on May 19th. And good news is our last 2 matches we've been out of town, we took both of the wins in New York City and then right before that. So we're back for 2 games this week, awesome. Sunday and Wednesday.
Okay, quick question. Right in the middle of what you just said. New York City went to play.
New York City.
New York City. How are the crowds up there? Do they compare with ours down here?
No, we easily lead the league in attendance. I mean, we'll get 4,000 or 5,000
You're
people
telling me Huntsville, Alabama leads the league in European football. That's what we would call it, I guess, in the old days.
Yeah, that's the reality. I mean, the cool thing about our crowd is there's a lot of soccer fans, but a lot of people just enjoy the entertainment because the clock never stops. There's no timeouts. It's just you start at 6 and you're home by 8:15.
Unless a weather delay. That's what my wife kept saying. She said, "You'll love it. You got to go. I mean, the clock never stops. You're going to be in and you're going to be out. Yep. It's not going to be too late or whatever."
Well, what's cool about our league, too, that people really love is there's no ties. Ties, oh, man, I hate ties. They're just kind of not wins or loss of ties. And so at the end, if we're tied, you go straight to penalty kicks.
Penalty kicks, yeah.
Which are really exciting. So the first time we did that in the stadium, it was tied. And I think people started walking out. We had to get on the PA. Don't leave. We're going to penalty kicks. And so that's an exciting part of the experience.
So fast forward, opening day. And the crowd is...
It was a sellout. It was it was really, really exciting. We had a lot of people come in, both from our parent club as well as from the Charlotte's second team, Crown Legacy. They brought in a nice crowd, and Joe Davis was back to as loud as it's ever been.
Yep. My stepson and his dad were there, so we heard great things about it. And that's the night we mentioned, wrestlers. That's the night that Sheamus was there, wasn't he, from the WWE? Is that where he's?
I think he was at the Nashville game.
Okay.
Not our game.
Okay.
But if he was there, I didn't see him, but
maybe they would mention they discovered it some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, he's friends with the CEO, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Sheamus, I believe he lives in Nashville, and he's a big Nashville Soccer Club fan. So as you know, Nashville Soccer Club is our parent club.
Oh, okay.
So we are wholly owned by Nashville Soccer Club. So we like to say we're Nashville Soccer Club's second team, but we're Huntsville's first team.
Gotcha. Cool. That is great. So how many more games? How many games have you played? How many more games do we have going into the season?
Yeah, we've got since we had those front-loaded away games, we actually finished with primarily home games. So we've got 2 this week, and we've got several more, and then we're on the road a couple more times. But one of the things that's really exciting is as it starts to get dark earlier and earlier, we have these lights, kind of like you see at Alabama or something like that, where you can flash the lights when you score and all that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to do when you're playing 6 p.m. games in the summer.
Right.
But as we get into September, a couple of matches there. As it gets darker earlier, we think it's going to be a really great atmosphere.
Okay, I found the connection to Sheamus here. I just got a text message that my stepson run into because they went to Nashville to watch a game.
Oh, okay.
So he run into Sheamus in the restroom at Nashville.
Okay.
That's where that came from. Well, it's not uncommon. I mean, I run into AP Steadham in the restroom at the Auburn press box. And he's one of our regular contributors there. But yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
I mean, being your first year, I mean, you always, I guess, kind of like opening up a school. You have, I think it's going to be like this, and oh my God, it's not. I mean, I know you have some good and some bad. What's actually better, Shane, you thought it would be, and what's actually worse than you thought it would be?
Well, it's been a real big hit is the Yellowhammer Brewing Craft Beer Garden.
Yeah.
And so that opens 2 hours. The whole stadium opens an hour before the match, but we open the beer garden 2 hours before.
Hey, of course.
Yeah, because you got to get in there and do a little tailgating inside the stadium. And we found that there's regulars, literally like you have at some other bars and breweries. They'll show up there and they enjoy it. The players are starting warming up. So I think just the amount of people that come in that probably don't know much, if anything, about soccer. They don't know what offsides is, but they just like exciting, fast-paced live entertainment. Mm-hmm. And so we've seen that happen. There's little things that here and there. The city did a great job opening Joe Davis, but it was a multi-decades old baseball stadium converted into a soccer stadium. And so, we've worked through some hiccups here and there, but the thing that we've said is, we're always going to put our best foot forward, create the best fan experience. So if we can't do something well, we'll do that later. So there may be some menu items or things like that in concessions. So we'll hold off on that. So far, we've been pleased, and the guests keep coming back. So that's a positive.
That's a positive.
So if you got a Norm and a Cliff there?
Yeah, we do actually.
Cheers. Yeah,
we do. There's 3 or 4 of them that when the beer garden opens at 4, they'll be there, and they have a picnic table they always sit at. So it's kind of like cheers.
Norm.
So
Nami. That's great. So I guess how long does your season go? For those who hadn't been like me, who hadn't been able to make a game yet?
We are in the playoff hunt, so hopefully it goes well into October. But the regular season ends in September. Okay. So you still have 6 more home matches to come out and see us. You go to HuntsvilleCityFC.com. We got tickets, starting at the very entry-level tickets. So we try to make it affordable for everyone. Our players do a great job signing autographs, taking pictures after the match. So, come out and see us.
So that's HuntsvilleCityFC.com.
Yep. And then Huntsville City FC or HCFC on Instagram and Facebook.
Cool.
So where have all the players, I mean, you don't have to name them right off the top of your head, but, I mean, where do they come from?
Yeah, that's a great story. Some of them were drafted out of college. Some of them are academy players. Some of them played in other leagues, like the USL Championship. Mm-hmm. Some played over in different countries, like Isaiah. He was in Canada. We had other players there. So we have players from Europe. We have players from Canada. We have players from a variety of different places, as well as players from here in the Southeast. So it's a great mix. And they've really, what's really cool, they were at the Trash Pandas game, a lot of them, and they've been out in the community. And even though they just moved here, they didn't treat it as just a temporary place to live. They really get engaged, and they engage with the fans. Yeah. And they see kids, and they'll sign autographs, as quickly as they can. So our players and our coaches have really embraced North Alabama, and that's been a real nice thing.
Yeah. I know that's one of the things that the Havoc has done right, and the Trash Pandas do a lot of the community things out in the field, even when they don't have games and in the off season too. So.
Well, we've got a local high school coach who probably hook you up with a few players. I mean, they won the state championship this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's got some players that's been getting European offers. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah.
So
Italy and
contact our coach Matt Smith from Tanner.
If that don't work, then he can be a security guy over there.
Exactly. Yeah, he can be a great bouncer. He's like a college offensive lineman. So so now he's coaching soccer.
Get him connected with Coach Jack, and maybe see what happens.
When we talked about how far they have come from, what's the closest, the most local?
I think there's a couple. There's actually a couple of the boys in the squad who are from just here in the Southeast, played soccer in the Southeast, so we have that thing. One of the really cool things, too, is we also have a close relationship with UAH's men's team.
Uh-huh.
So
cool.
They're out there at practice oftentimes. Some of their players, their goaltender, their coaches, just helping out, things like that. So that's another example of, coming in the community and really just as soon as we can, as quickly as we can, get engaged in the community. You mentioned the Havoc and the Trash Pandas. We're having Sprocket, the Trash Pandas mascots, coming out Sunday, and then Chaos is coming out Wednesday.
Okay.
And so that's all part of our whole effort to, collaborate with all these folks.
Yeah.
Everyone competes to some degree for, disposable income for the entertainment dollar. But we think if we collaborate together, we'll be able to work out well. So we went out to one of their games. They're come to ours. So it's an exciting time if you enjoy pro sports in North Alabama, because I think all the teams are really doing well, getting engaged.
It is an exciting time in North Alabama, especially, you've got the big three, the hockey, baseball, and now the European football or soccer, whatever you want to call it, and that's only going to go. It's only going to grow bigger. So
I don't care what it is. I just hope we keep getting them. And I remember back when I loved, when I was coaching in Huntsville, I loved going to watch the Tennessee Valley Vipers, then the Hammers play arena football, and it was a lot of people there. It wasn't like it was not supported. Just the league had obviously people that know what they're doing running it, and it folded. But man, like you said, we drove by the stadium the other day going to South Huntsville out there, and man, you guys got looking real nice. What a great place to go watch anything, much less it's a great stadium. Looks so good, and you guys are building it, and people's coming out. That's what's important.
And how many people would you say the stadium seated again?
Yeah, about 6,000. There's about 5,500 seats, and then there's some standing room areas. But what's also cool about that area is similar to like Toyota Field or by the Orion Amphitheater. In addition to having the venues, there's a lot of private development about to happen.
Yes.
So there's going to be 2 hotels overlooking our field or our pitch. There's lofts being built. There's retail being built. So within 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 seasons, you'll be able to park your car, stay the night. You can live there, walk to the game, things like that, just like you can do at Mid-City for a concert.
Yeah, awesome. I forgot the Mid-City, the concert. Yeah. They also have that going on at the Trash Panda Stadium.
And another cool thing for them to do is, Mattenham's won the state. Matt needs to get with somebody and have a huge invitational tournament where all the top teams from the Nashville area to the Montgomery to the whatever area comes over and plays a 2-day tournament over there, playing the best of the best and making some money for these guys and everybody. That'd be a great idea. It's a great place to do it.
Yeah, the Huntsville Sports Commission, Mark Russell does a really good job.
Mark's been on the show before.
When people have those ideas, I always go talk to Mark because he loves high school athletics, every single sport. There's not a sport he doesn't go to in youth athletics. So if there's ideas like that, Mark's a great person because we partner with him super close.
Cool. Well, all right. Well, that's the end of the interview so far, Chad. Don't be a stranger, man. We want to keep you coming back. Season's rocking and rolling now. Let's make the playoffs and keep it going.
We'll see you out at a European football game or soccer, right?
Well, see, here's the funny thing. My former boss, a guy I've worked with for like 30 years, he's from England. Yeah. So we would always have the joke. He said, no, Tom, football is from England. You play American football. The real football is from England.
Well, we do kick the ball with our feet, so there's something to be said about
football thing. Foot with the ball, that whole thing. But so much. Thank you so much, Chad. We appreciate you coming and joining us here on the special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to throw it off his back foot deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! James Clemens!
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this coming season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device or on your Play Action Sports app and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this coming season from Play Action Sports.
Hi, this is Tyrone Poole, former NFL cornerback and two-time Super Bowl champ, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Trash. Trash. Won't pick it up. Take them like no way. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we've got the voice of the Trash Pandas joining us on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, Josh Caray. Josh, welcome to the show. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Got a big win last night. Pull it back up here. Pandas clinched the series victory with a 9-4 win to defeat the hated Barons.
Yeah, it was.
I added the hated part there, so go ahead.
Well, no, it was a nice win. They got a good pitching performance by Robinson Pena, and I want to say about 8 of the 9 hitters got a base hit last night. So all in all, it was a nice team win. Hopefully the guys can keep it up tonight.
Tell us about this game-changing catch from possibly my favorite name in Trash Pandas history, Bryce Teodosio. Dude, what a name.
Yeah. Well, Teodosio, it was a deep fly ball into left field, and there were 2 men on with 2 men out, and he made just a tremendous running catch while crashing into the outfield wall. He actually went down for a couple of minutes. The trainer had to come out, but he was able to get back up and continue playing, and he wound up with a big 2-run single as well. So, Bryce is, he's always been one of the hardest-nosed players on the ball club. Great teammate, great guy to be around, and he showed you why last night.
Exactly. So we've talked about it earlier. Your restaurants up there, in August 15th, you got your Smokies in Kodak, Tennessee. So don't forget my place I was telling you about, Aubrey's down at the Strawberry Plains exit. You'll enjoy that.
I'll have to.
Go ahead.
I'll check in there quickly. We're going to be there, I think, 2 times over the last month or so of the season. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'll check it on out.
It'll be something different from the same old that you that you normally have to deal with up there if you've never been.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll be a nice change of pace. I look forward to it.
Absolutely. What you got, Coach?
I want to brag on the Trash Pandas for a minute, man. I hadn't been, but this July we had our leadership academy here with all the principals and vice principals in Limestone County at the Trash Pandas clubhouse there, and I'm telling you, first class people there. They treated us so nice. It was catered in. They did a great job of that. Then afterwards I got to see got my girls over there, and we got to sit in the picnic area and watch my first game. And my daughters we're ready to go, Dad. After about 6 minutes, the Trash Pandas were ahead. We left, and they deadgum get beat. That's y'all's fault for leaving. If we would have stayed, maybe we could have put the mojo in to win. But I noticed one of the kids that was playing then, I think it maybe been the shortstop, just got traded away to the Metropolitans. I saw that the last week or so. Am I right with that, Josh? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Jeremiah Jackson, he got moved to the Mets, and it's part of the deal with minor league baseball. We're here to help support the big league team, and they in turn got a big league reliever who they think can help them get a playoff berth this year. So that's what the minors is partially about. And Jeremiah's a great guy. He actually lives in Huntsville now year round.
Oh, cool.
And he'll be able to still come back during the off season, but hopefully this move will get him to the majors faster. He has a lot of talent and a lot of potential.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So looking at the Southern League North ranking, looks like the Pandas are in second place. Is that accurate?
For the second half of the season, they are. I think we're 5 or 5.5 games out right now. So guys still have a chance to make a little push. We get Birmingham this week. Mississippi comes in next week. Braves haven't been playing very well. And then you get the Smokies after that, who is the team the Trash Pandas have to catch. So you have a chance to make up a lot of ground here in the next 2.5 weeks, and we'll see if the guys can do it.
That's good. Get to the playoffs and make another run. Last season kind of spoiled us a little bit. The regular season championships, and so let's get the boys back in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, it'd be great for the organization, great for the community, and hopefully we can get this thing deep into September.
Absolutely. Tim, you got anything there, buddy? No? Rocking and rolling? No. Clint, you got anything else? So.
What have you got coming up here as far as promotional
specials, stuff like that? There you go.
We are going to have back-to-back space nights next Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to have NASA out there. They're going to have a little jungle gym or a play area for the kids to participate in. I know on Wednesday we're going to have a specialty jersey auction. The Trash Pandas will wear special jerseys. That'll all be that'll be all done by Huntington Ingalls Industries. So we'll have that Tuesday and Wednesday, and I think we're going to have a teddy bear drive on Thursday. We want to donate some lightly used toys, newer lightly used toys for kids. Friday and Saturday are fireworks, and then kids run the bases on Sunday. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up.
And no, Coach Legg, you can't run the bases with the kids. That's just for the children only.
I want to carry Beanie over there to run the bases.
We had Chad Emerson from Huntsville City Football Club on just before you, and he talked about a cross promotion they had with the Trash Pandas. I think y'all got something coming up with a Havoc?
Yeah, we do that every year. I forget which homestand it is, but yeah, we always do a cross promotion with them and they with us when their season starts. So yeah, we look forward to it, and I'm sure they'll have their schedule out by that point, and I'll be interested to talk to them about their upcoming season.
Awesome.
Looking here on the promotional schedule, August the 11th is a cooler bag giveaway. What kind of cooler bag is that? Is this one of those insulated little bag you can take things with, or?
Yeah. You can put little drinks in there and take it with you wherever you go. I don't know if what theme parks or whatnot will allow you to bring stuff in, but
yeah, exactly.
If you're ever at the park or something, there you go.
Not many nowadays, do they?
That's for sure. They've got to have these clear bags to go through everything.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say what I was thinking, but I don't want to, I was going to say the ladies brought too much makeup in. You know, you're sweating by the fourth inning, you got to reapply. But then again, I just said, no, I better not say that.
I'm going to say this one more time, man.
Say it one more time,
Trash
Coach.
Pandas have come into town and done a great job.
They've set
getting
the bar.
Community support.
Yeah.
You guys have done a great job, man. You do a great job. Man, if you hadn't been, like my dumb self hadn't been, but now I have, I look forward to going back. It's a 20-minute drive to see a great atmosphere and a great sport, man.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for the kind words.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, thanks for joining us again. We'll catch you next time, and thanks for being a part of the first show in the 2023-24 season, dude.
I appreciate it, partner. I'll talk to you again.
Absolutely. See you, man. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, live on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. That is the voice of the Trash Pandas, Mr. Josh Caray. And it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Look for Applebee's Tailgate Talk on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand. First to help with community events and fundraisers. First to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations. First to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events. And most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is East Limestone baseball coach Adam Brown, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, Coach Clint Legg. We're on the inaugural show, inaugural hour of 2023-24, and we've got our special guest in the head volleyball. Is there such thing as a head volleyball coach or just volleyball coach of Lindsay Lane Academy, Christian Academy, Alex Dizon? Is that correct, Alex?
Correct.
Sweet. I love being able to pronounce the name correctly. What's happening, dude?
I'm sure
Welcome
he appreciates
back.
it too.
Good. Yeah.
Most people end up saying Dixon the very first
Dixon.
10 times. Yeah.
Is it D-I-Z-O-N? How'd they get Dixon? Dixon's a city up in Tennessee.
They see the X for the Z.
I guess so. Okay. Wow. So how's the volleyball team going? Are you? When do you guys see? So many questions. Trying to roll it into one.
Our season starts the Friday, the 25th of August.
Oh, okay. So you're close.
We're getting there. We've been doing open gyms this summer. A lot of new girls, being part of a small school.
Yeah.
We get a lot of turnover, so We've had a lot of participation this summer, which is probably one of the best summers we've had, where most times you get girls at small schools, maybe get half the team comes in summer.
Right.
Because they're doing softball and everything else, travel. But this year we got probably 9 or 10 out of the 12 girls that are on varsity coming in every open gym.
Man, that's good. That's good. How do you do that when you get 9 or 10? You got 6 on each side, is that correct? No.
Try. It's usually like 6 on one side, then 4, and then unfortunately me is the 5th person on the other side.
Okay.
We try to run some drills.
How many players are on the side during a regular game?
Probably this year we'll have 12. So we'll have 6 on the court, 6 on the bench.
Okay.
Then,
so it'll be 6 on the court. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, last year we had, I think, 11 girls on varsity. This year we added one more. So that's good to have 6-on-6 in practice too. So that'll be great.
Save you from having to be the 6th.
Yeah, I'm a terrible 6th player. Yeah.
That's right. Have you got that? You're as tall as you are. Have you got that jump, that spike going thing going for you?
Yeah, 5. I say I'm 5'4". My daughter tells me I lie, so I'll say I'm 5'3". On the radio if she's listening. So I'm not really a good blocker.
That's what cowboy boots are for, Coach.
That's right. So I usually play back row.
Okay, that's good.
Just to take up space.
Coach, as people drive by Lindsay Lane now, you see a lot of good things going. When is the estimated time when I know they're building you guys a new gym, a new facility there. I see the building, but it kind of reminds me when they built my house, they said it'd be done then. They're not going to be done then. So when have they told you guys y'all are going to be able to get in there?
We've been pretty fortunate with the weather. I mean, it hasn't rained a lot until the last couple of days. But last thing I was told, it looks like January for the new gym and facilities, and that'll be fantastic. Yeah. I was at open house after practice the other night, and I think for a 5th and 6th grade class, the gym was packed. I was amazed at how many new students we have. So the school's growing. Athens is growing fantastically.
That's great. Tim, we'll have to do a remote from the new Lindsay Lane gym when we're finished. I'd go through there a good bit. And
the new facility ought to be really, really nice.
Yes.
I think what I've seen, there should be dual courts. Basketball is going to be real nice, but they can also go sideways and have dual courts. So we should be able to support a lot more
tournaments, dude.
Exactly.
Raise money, fundraisers, and such. That's great.
We've been. You say open gym. I mean, it's so tough, man, because I have 2 daughters now. I got one daughter that plays all 3 sports: softball, volleyball, basketball. And it's tough in the summertime. You've got 2 months to get what you need in, and the kids having to play all. And like, she goes in the morning, and my wife's the volleyball coach, so she goes in the morning and deals with her screaming and yelling, whatever my wife does. And then she goes to basketball, and then she comes home, and then we go to softball. It's never ending, but yet you got to do it. And I think and now I think volleyball is becoming. Well, it's not becoming. It's just like softball. The club volleyball scene, guys, I'm telling you, when you go watch club volleyball, my daughter played 12U for United. She was here, their team. They had a good team, but man, you go places and club volleyball 12U could beat a lot of high school volleyball teams that we have around here, and it is amazing how competitive that is. But it helps coach because his girls are getting coached by somebody usually that knows what they're doing and really helps them out on top of what he's doing back at Lindsay Lane.
And I as a coach, I don't know if most coaches feel this way now, but I really like the fact that girls play multiple sports. I encourage it. I encourage my girls to do that on the team. I don't want them to be a single sport athlete. I don't want them to burn out at a young age or whatever. So you're right, summertimes it's tough, open gyms, to get that participation, but we try to work with other coaches to coordinate our times, our open gyms time and dates to make sure that they can participate as much as possible.
Well, speaking of your girls, how many seniors you have this year?
I think I'm going to have 4 seniors.
Okay.
Let's see, my daughter, my right side, my middle, and I think I have 4.
Okay.
So, that's the good thing. We're going to have a little bit of transition. The bad things, we lost a lot of starters from last year. We've been fairly successful these last 6 years, or 2, depending on how long you think I've been coaching.
Right.
So we should have a very competitive team, but volleyball has gotten better around North Alabama.
Yeah,
a lot of schools are improving just from watching around, and more girls are participating in the club, which making them better for their school team. So
now, y'all moved into 2A for this year, or was it last year?
Last year was our first year in 2A,
okay.
So this will be the second year.
Okay.
And as fast as the school's growing, I don't know, reclassification, we may be 3A pretty soon.
Yeah, but, let's see. It seemed like I'd heard that you moved into 2A by one student.
We did. Last year, we were the smallest 2A school. So we were one student away. We'd been 1A.
Yeah.
Based on the numbers that I saw in the classification.
But now, had they not been competing in 2A in volleyball before? Maybe I'm thinking of ABS.
ABS was 2A. Now, with I don't know if this was before or after the competitive balance rule. We may have had to go to 2A anyway because we'd been to state.
Yeah.
I mean, last year it'd be the 4th time out of the last 6 years. We've been to state and we've been to Final Four 3 out of those 4 times. So, and after they changed the competitive balance rule, I'm not really following the points anymore.
Yeah.
But I know we'll be 2A this year. I try not to follow too much. You can't do the things you can control. So.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But Lindsay Lane, Tim, and Lindsay Lane in Athens Bible School hadn't reached pimp status of Mars Hill and
pimp status.
That's what I call it because Mars Hill and
Madison Academy.
They pick where they want to do, and those guys have to do what they're told. Yeah, I said it. It's the truth.
Well, just be glad Todd's not here because Decatur Heritage is going to come out. He's shaking his head. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, this
status.
Yeah, Lindsay Lane, coach here, is doing a great job with those girls. Man, one of ours. She played with my daughter Travel. She played with us at Clemens, and she's up there now. KK.
Oh yeah.
Is playing with you guys now. She's a athletic, tall. If you look at her, you go, she plays volleyball.
Right.
She's a great kid. Got great grandparents. Just an awful dad. And I'm sorry she's got the dad. I'm just joking. I went to high school with him, so I can say
who's her dad?
Greg Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're a great
Sorry,
family,
Greg. I don't know you, buddy.
They're a great family.
Yeah, she's a great kid. We're fortunate that she transferred over too. And we've got a lot of good new students coming in. That's been really nice. Clemens same way. Being small schools, a lot of times you sort of drop off a cliff if a good graduating class leaves.
Yeah.
So we always, we don't have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a program building where we've been very successful the last few, half dozen years.
And Coach, that's what people don't understand. We live in a world now where when you're successful in volleyball, they're coming. We're successful in girls basketball, they're coming.
Yep.
We're successful in football, they're coming because of the new rules. If your son or daughter is not on a varsity roster as a 7th or 8th grader, you can live where you want to in Limestone County and just send them there. It's not a hard deal anymore to get a kid somewhere where it would be a better situation for them as far as playing, school, and the whole 9 yards. And, it is what it is. So, they say you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
You win it.
I was going to ask you the rules. I heard a lot of, but this will be for another segment a little bit later. So, Coach, what are your expectations this year? Of course, we know what we want.
Yeah, so we set sets of goals every year. I want to make sure we always focus on area first.
Yes.
We want to say if you go to the little goals, will lead to the big goals. We've been very successful in the area. I think the last 5 years we've gone undefeated, probably 40-42-0 in area. And so if we take care of what we can take care of, we don't know what the cross, scheduling is going to be at the VBC and stuff. So we know. So then we set those small goals, and then we say, okay, so let's get to the VBC and let's play. We want to peak at the right time. Last year we started really, really slow. I think it was 2-14 after the first 6. We had a lot of injuries early. We had our our best defensive player. She was injured, torn labrum.
Ooh, that's sore.
She wasn't available till late in the season, but we ended up, going 22-12 the last 36.
Wow.
But we finished with a losing season for the first time that I can remember. We went 24-26 for the year. But we still made state. We were peaking at the right time, and then we lost to GW Long. They had a really good team. But this year, I think expectation, area's gotten better. Falkville's gotten a lot better. Whitesburg's gotten better. I think Victoria's back as a coach for over there. And ASCT, they're new to the program, so they're still trying to grow their program. But we expect, just like Clemens basketball, we expect our girls to be at the VBC, and we expect to be competing to go to state. Anything short of that sort of is below our standard that we set.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I expect our volleyball to be a lot better this year because a lot of our basketball girls have decided to play volleyball now. So
dual sport.
Trying to get away from Shane a little while, I think. But anyway, hey, but where's the place, Coach, once you win over there at the Von Braun? Where's the state? It's that? It's not Pelham. Where is it where they play?
It's a Hoover Sportsplex. I think is the Hoover Sportsplex down there.
It's just not. It's
not downtown. They're developing that area.
Yeah, awesome.
But the girls are getting used to going down there, and it's once you build that expectation, they come in. There's good that they know what they're they know what they're playing for. Yeah. They know what they're practicing for, and so.
Who do you play first, Coach? Who's your first? Who you open up with?
Well, you had to ask. I think we open up at Clemens.
Look out now.
Watch it.
Right,
well, I don't know if it's going to be at Clemens because our gym looks like it's not going to be nothing at there for about 3 more months. We got our floor redone. They stripped it all the way down to the bottom.
Well, hey, we might have to move it to Lindsay Lane.
Well, we can. We might have to do that. I want to keep them off of it as long as I can, let that paint set in and make it look good. So we might talk to Coach about doing that because it's not close right now. I've been doing a little side scouting. I heard that Clemens volleyball's looking pretty good this summer.
Really?
A few people have told me they look pretty strong at some play dates.
Yeah.
You got security cameras in there, and you can tell us we're just friends.
We know enough coaches. I think I was at the last play date at Lauderdale County, and a couple of coaches had asked me what my season was like, and I said, "Hey, we're starting with Clemens." Said, "Have you seen Clemens this summer?" And I said, "No." She said, "They're looking pretty good. They've got a couple new girls in, and they've got some height. They've got some talent. They've got some dual sport basketball, volleyball players." And I said, "Wow." So we start, either at Clemens or potentially at Lindsay Lane if your floor is not ready. But
we can play at the rec center up there, the old rec center.
The old rec center.
Down the road from Greg Miller's.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
We'll be at the old
right around the corner from where I lived on.
That's right. North of Jiffy.
North of Jiffy. Let's go, Coach. Alex Dizon with Lindsay Lane Volleyball is here. And, Coach, we want to thank you for your time. Thanks for joining us. Great conversation as always, and best of luck, man.
Yeah, man. Best of luck, except when you play Clemens. I want to see everybody else.
I'm in there, crack that whip and get them boys going on that gymnasium and get that thing finished.
Awesome.
I see the red iron up. It's got to get more than that in there.
Well, thank you for having me.
Anytime, but get you some appetizers here. If you don't eat them, Tim's going to have to take them all home. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a break. We've had a great round so far. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is former Auburn safety Rob Tate, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We've got the head coach of the Athens High Golden Eagles. I'm trying to spit it out too fast, Coach. Coach Cody Gross is joining us right now. I need to cut off the caffeine right now. So, Coach, welcome to the show, man. I saw you on the television this morning.
Oh, me.
Yeah, over there doing something for UNA, that school that you used to play something at. Anyways.
Yeah. Coach Dearman and his staff are doing a good job reaching out to former players and to the high schools in the state of Alabama. And so they asked me to come over, and I was hoping I'd get to see them practice, but the rain moved them to the afternoon. But I was there for some meetings and that kind of thing. So, yeah, it was good to get over there.
That's great. Well, let's get to it, man. How's the Golden Eagles looking so far?
Well, we're, the first official day for us will be Monday because we went through spring training. But we had a good spring and feel like we had a good summer. But really anxious to get out there next week and then, by the end of next week be in pads.
Awesome. Coach, Tim just announced that you had a couple guys that's committed. Did Jay Sean get committed, or is he still looking, or what's going on there?
Yeah, he committed to South Alabama Monday.
Right.
So, yeah, Jay Sean Originals had several offers: Tulane, Southern Miss, Florida State. There were several, and he committed to South Alabama. Rob Ezell, there's a quarterback on our 06 team, and just Athens legend. He's a tight end coach there, and he's done a good job recruiting him.
Yes, sir. Coach, it's here on us. It seems like summers get shorter and shorter, and I know you're a large school, but the month of June, when you got kids, and your son's one of them, that they got basketball play dates taken away from football, and it's got to be where it's almost a hassle to have summer, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, I tell you, it's tough. It really is tough. It's June, like you said, just action packed, and I miss the days of the 3-sport guy. It's hard to be a 3-sport athlete at the bigger schools now, without a doubt. So what we did to try to kind of combat that at the middle school level is that we took off the entire month of June with middle school football and let them go play baseball, basketball, be a kid, whatever. And normally we'd bring them in twice a week all summer, and we decided to start July the 10th and go 3 times a week. And we got 12 workouts instead of 14 that we normally do, but we did it in less than half the time. So
I think it probably helped those kids, helped those parents, because they're the ones having to get them everywhere.
Right.
That's exactly right.
I hadn't had a dog in the fight for several years, but I miss the days of the 3-month summer vacation, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those are long gone. They're way, way, way gone.
Coach Gross will tell you, too, starting school in September, man, it would help football so much because of the number of weeks he could do 2-a-days before you get to. But now you can't because school starts so daggum early every year, and you just can't do it. Well, I guess you could, but it's really hard to get that done. But Coach, are you guys going to play a week 0 game, or what's going on with Athens?
Yeah, so we do have the week 0. We don't have the luxury of playing a jamboree again because we went through spring training.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so we don't get that that dress rehearsal before our first game. But we'll open with East Limestone there on a Thursday night, the 24th. So we're 19 days away from playing.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot about the Athens East, man. That'll be for those people that don't know, out there at East especially, the parking will be limited, and you better get there early or you won't find you anywhere to park out there at East Limestone. So
yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's I think it's great for both communities and for the football in this area. And doing it on the Thursday night, really helps, I believe. Hopefully we'll get folks from all over the county coming, and you want to put your kids in positions where they can have experiences they're going to remember, and being a part of a rivalry like that and playing on a Thursday night to open up the season, that's exciting for players from both teams and the coaches, fans, the whole deal.
You've been practicing with the tomahawk chop,
blasting through the speakers.
Not yet, but it's coming. It's coming. We will get that going. I remember when we opened this series, 2006, and I remember Coach Creasy blasting that the entire week. I got tired of hearing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a rivalry that should have been going forever because the schools aren't that much difference in size. And like Coach Gross just said, when you can drive 10 minutes to a game and make the money that you're going to, Coach makes it, East makes it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so much money in all sports, not just football, basketball. I would want to play Athens and everything if I was still there at East Limestone.
Yeah, I think, like I say, it's great. It is good. There are good gates, which obviously helps. And then again, like I said, just the experience and, like you said, going over to the East, it's going to be parking. It's going to be limited. I love the fact that the stands are right on top of you.
Yeah.
So it's a great atmosphere for our young men.
Yes, sir. Coach, right now, what are you pleased with? And are you ahead on offense? You're ahead on defense, or you still? You're going to tell me you need to work on both. But what's better right now? What's ahead of the other right now as far as you guys being out there in the summer?
Well, I ain't really pleased with none of it.
I knew you was going to say that.
You never were either, I'm sure. It's just, if you have a good day on offense, you worry about your defense and vice versa. Right. And so I think as a head coach, you're never pleased. But I've been pleased with really our mentality, our attitude. I think our kids are they love each other. I think it's a tight-knit group. And we've seen some bright spots on both sides of the ball. And I don't know. It's really early to tell. We got a lot of guys that come back with a lot of experience, but then we've got some spots, very important spots, that have zero experience. So those guys are going to have to grow up fast.
Coach, how's you seen your class looking?
Well, pretty good. They really are. They actually just left my house.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Did you have them out there mowing the grass for you?
Talent show, dunk contest, all that kind of stuff. And
okay, I think we lost you for just a second. The last thing we heard was they just left your house, and then I'm like, why would he stop with that? Go ahead, rehash what you just said there.
All right, so you did lose. Okay, yeah. So we had a senior retreat, so they come over to my house and swim and play cornhole and pickleball and have a dunk contest, talent show.
Talent show.
A Q&A session with me, and where they can ask me anything. We just sit around and talk. My wife cooks a whole lot of food, and they spend the night, and then we kick them out the next morning. So, but I think they had a really good time, and I think that's important.
Talent show, that intrigues me. What kind of talent is your? Are your players showing?
Not a lot. No, there were some that were pretty good at. I think the best ones are always when they do coach impersonations. So we had a couple of impersonations of coaches, and a couple tried to sing, and it was good. I think everybody had a good time.
That's right.
No, I mean, Coach, I'm gonna brag. I mean, I think Coach Gross is doing a great job with the guys he's got. He's playing in a tough league. It's tough, man. 6A, 7A football is tough, especially sometimes with the guys you got. I mean, but the guys he's got, he's got some, my neighbor's grandson plays, and every time my neighbor comes by, he brings him to my house and gets him out of the truck to see how much freaking bigger he is, and he's a lot bigger than me. And then he proceeds to, this is what sticks with me, though. He goes, he will do whatever Coach Gross tells him to do. He loves Coach Gross, and wherever he decides to go to school, Coach Gross is going to place the man. That as a head coach, that's what you want parents and grandparents saying to other people, is how much you mean to that kid. It's Spencer Dolan.
I know. That's where you had to be going, because I was going to bring him up.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
Because there ain't many bigger than you. So
I know, especially now that I like eating uptown with Village Pizza on the square, Coach.
There you go. But no, he's a good kid, and that's a good family, and we got a lot of good kids with a lot of good families. But I appreciate you saying that.
Man, you do
got a great staff. We care about those kids, and so that means a lot.
For those who don't know, Spencer got an invitation to the Big Cat at Auburn a couple of weeks ago.
We're not talking about that.
Yes, sir, we are, because I've got my shirt on in honor of Spencer and Andrea and all of them. Because Andrea and I, as his mom and I, went to high school together. She's a few years younger than me, but still, we're keeping up with that young man, and looking forward to watching your team play this year, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate it. We are looking forward to it. Like I reminded those seniors last night, we're gonna turn around and it's gonna be over. So we got to do everything we can to make the most of it.
Coach, are you going back with the gold helmets again, or what?
We are.
God, that's awesome.
We are. Yeah, I appreciate that.
That like I told you last year when we were walking that day, man, that makes me think when my brother played with Coach McCoy, they had the gold ones, and man, they look good. And that's what I thought. I was back there last year, and
we just didn't have Paul Parker back there.
Or Freddie Smith. I got it. Yes, sir.
No, but it did. I think that goes way back. 74 was the last year they had worn those, and actually talked with Coach McCoy a good bit about it, and Jimmy Woodruff and those guys. And, had Coach McCoy's blessing. That's pretty much all you need.
There you go. Absolutely.
Coach, and I know you can't do it because where you are on Friday nights, but when I come watch you guys play, I am finding him, and I am going up there to sit beside him, and I want to listen to what he's got to say. It's like, man, I want to get all I can get from Coach McCoy while he's still able to do that. That is so awesome.
Oh, man. Well, he's such a big part of our program. He's I met with him this week, and he'll text me 2 or 3 times a week. He always texts me the day of a game, the morning after the game, comes by and sees us, watch practice. He's totally invested. And, he's 83 years old and acts like he's 30.
Yes, sir.
That's true. Well, Coach, our time's about worn out, but before we wanted to go, we wanted to give a big shout out to Coach Qualls. His birthday is today. He's going through some health issues, and I want to say happy birthday to him. And then it's time to send it back home, Coach. Thanks for joining us, and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of
good luck, Coach
Clint Legg. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. My name's Tom McClung, old Tomcat. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. We will talk to you next week. It's been a great start off to the season. See you then.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.